Quick update to the video I did on the Ulanzi MT-40 grip, Bluetooth wireless remote grip. This one's got a tripod base and it's also got an extendable, mount for your camera. One of the things that I had said was a problem with this, or a weakness with the design, was that there was no way to tighten this joint, and it's just relying on friction to kind of resist that, the changing of the angle of the camera with respect to the grip. Whereas I believe with the Sony one, you can tighten it with with your finger, and this one broke. So they give you a wrench with this kit, and so that you can tighten this. And I had tightened it a little bit, and shortly thereafter, pieces of this thing here came off. I reported this to Ulanzi, and they put me on to some email address in China. And that person hasn't gotten back to me in over a week. I'm going to try and fix this now myself, but just beware. If you do get this thing here, it's a great piece of kit, but that's the weak link, and you cannot tighten that up. You would think that you'd be able to tighten this thing up and it would tighten this joint. No, that's not the case. You can tighten this all you like. This joint does not, or the rotation doesn't get any stiffer. So it's kind of a useless design. It uses a 2.5 millimeter Allen wrench, hex wrench, and as you can see, there's a little split ring lock washer underneath the flat washer. And if you look down in that hole, there's a brass. It looks like a brass capture on the inside part of this. I started taking the broken pieces off. And I noticed that this flat washer that goes right here on this flat surface, that came off, and these pieces continue to break out. So I'll continue pulling those out and see what happens. Having taken all the broken pieces off from the one side, I managed to ease off the other side here, and this is what comes out. This one here, I think I can see some fractures right there, and maybe on this side here. And so this one I would assume would probably want to fail soon. And I didn't tighten it very hard. I just tried to snug it down a little bit, saw that there was no change to the resistance on the rotation of that head, and then I give up. And then, like I said, one side just started to fall apart. A piece just fell off one day. Kind of hard to show you this while filming this with my iPhone, but it's kind of slack right now. But this is, you'd have to stretch these two sides here apart to kind of pull it off. I'm not going to bother to do that because my whole idea of taking these pieces out was to see if I can stuff something in there to make this tightening function a little bit better. So I'm going to try and reassemble it with parts that I have in my workshop and see if I can improve this. I've got a bunch of washers, but even the smallest one of these washers is too big to fit into that hole there. So I'm going to apply some of this JB Weld epoxy in there, and I'm going to make this joint not rotatable anymore. Well, it's been a few hours now, and the glue is set. And as you can see, the epoxy is dried clear. It's not a very neat job, but I really don't care actually. I just want this thing to be usable again. So as you can see, it's solid now. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't rotate. The next piece that I ordered is also from Ulanzi, and it's a ball head. And I'm going to put that ball head on there, and it'll change the balance of this thing a little bit, but at least it'll be able to rotate fully, and it should work. So we can install the Ulanzi H28 ball head on top of the Ulanzi grip that is now been glued solid. Ball head comes with this cold shoe mount. This is supposed to go on top of that. There we have it. The ball head is mounted on top of the grip, and the heaviest camera I'm likely to use with this grip is mounted on top. And with this, I can tilt this forward and get the angles that I want, and then I can rotate this and have it pointing the other way if I wanted to. So that way I could have the remote on this side and be shooting on the other side, which I couldn't do before. And then for the GoPro, I've got this mount here on the top. So I can mount my GoPro on top of that as well. There we have it. The mount for the GoPro is on top of it. And we can use this for vlogging as well.